We're diving into the story of Hagar from the Bible, a story as old as time itself, a story of faith and resilience. Hagar, a woman often relegated to the footnotes of history, has much to teach us about faith, resilience, and the boundless nature of God's love. Her journey, fraught with challenges and uncertainty, reveals profound truths about the human condition and our relationship with the divine. We're going to uncover 3 important lessons we can learn from her journey, lessons that resonate as deeply today as they did thousands of years ago. In the book of Genesis, we meet Hagar, an Egyptian woman, a servant to Sarah, the wife of the patriarch Abraham. Abraham and Sarah, desperate for an heir, follow a custom of the time, a custom that placed Hagar in a precarious position. Sarah, unable to conceive, offers Hagar to Abraham as a concubine, a common practice in those days, but one that carried with it its own set of complexities. Imagine Hagar's situation, caught between the desires of those more powerful, a pawn in a game of lineage and legacy. Pregnant with Abraham's child, Hagar finds herself at odds with Sarah, the mistress of the house. The tension, the resentment boils over, and Hagar flees into the wilderness, alone, pregnant, and filled with fear. The wilderness, a place of both danger and solitude, becomes Hagar's sanctuary, a place to escape the scorn of Sarah. She finds herself by a spring of water, a beacon of hope in the desolate landscape. It is here, in her darkest hour, that God appears to Hagar, not in a whirlwind of fire, but in a gentle whisper, a voice that speaks to her heart. He sees her plight, understands her pain, and acknowledges her suffering. He doesn't offer platitudes or easy answers, but he does something far more profound. He listens. He hears her cries, her fears, her hopes, her dreams. He sees her not as a servant, not as a woman scorned, but as a woman of worth, a woman deserving of dignity and respect. This encounter with the divine, this moment of grace, is a testament to God's unwavering love and compassion. It reminds us that no matter where we are in life, no matter how alone or lost we may feel, God is there. He sees us, he hears us, and he cares for us. This encounter with the divine, this moment of grace, is a testament to God's unwavering love and compassion. It reminds us that no matter where we are in life, no matter how alone or lost we may feel, God is there. He sees us, he hears us, and he cares for us. Hagar, once lost and alone, finds solace in the presence of God. He gives her hope, a future, a promise that her child will be a father of nations. He names her child Ishmael, which means God hears, a constant reminder that he is always listening, always present, even in our darkest moments. Hagar returns from the wilderness transformed, no longer just a servant, but a woman who has encountered the divine. Her story reminds us that God sees us, he hears us, and he will never abandon us. Hagar returns to Abraham and Sarah, her heart strengthened by her encounter with God. She gives birth to Ishmael, and for a time there is peace. But life, as it often does, takes unexpected turns. Sarah, too, conceives miraculously and gives birth to Isaac. The arrival of Isaac rekindles old tensions, old wounds, and Hagar and Ishmael once again find themselves on the periphery. Sarah, fearing that Ishmael will share in Isaac's inheritance, demands that Abraham send Hagar and her son away. Abraham, torn between his love for his son and his wife, reluctantly agrees. Imagine the pain, the confusion, the sense of betrayal that Hagar must have felt. She had been promised a future for her son, a future that now seemed to be slipping away. Once again, Hagar finds herself in the wilderness, this time not fleeing, but banished, sent away with only a loaf of bread and a skin of water. The scorching sun beats down on them, the water dwindles, and despair sets in. Hagar, unable to bear the thought of witnessing her son's death, places him under a bush and walks away, her heart breaking with every step. It is in this moment of utter desperation, as Hagar weeps in the wilderness, that God intervenes once more. He hears the cries of the boy, the cries of a mother's broken heart, and he sends an angel. The angel opens Hagar's eyes to a well of water, a source of life in the midst of desolation. Hagar, her faith tested yet again, finds the strength to carry on. She fills her water skin, gives her son a drink, and together they survive. God's promise to Hagar, the promise that her son would become a great nation, was not forgotten. He provided for them in their time of need, demonstrating that his plans are not bound by our circumstances. Hagar's story teaches us that even when our lives are turned upside down, even when we face unimaginable challenges, God's plans for us remain unchanged. He is faithful, even when we are faithless, and he will see us through the darkest of times. Hagar and Ishmael, sustained by God's grace, make their home in the wilderness. Ishmael grows into a skilled archer, a man of the desert, while Hagar witnesses the fulfillment of God's promise. She sees her son thrive, not in the shadow of his half-brother, but in the freedom of the open plains. Hagar's story is a testament to the power of faith, the resilience of the human spirit, and the boundless nature of God's love. She teaches us that even in our darkest moments, God is there, providing for us, guiding us, and leading us towards a future filled with hope and promise. Her journey, though fraught with challenges, is ultimately a story of triumph. She overcame adversity, she defied the odds, and she left behind a legacy that continues to inspire generations. Hagar's story is not just an ancient tale, it's a mirror reflecting our own lives, our own struggles, our own moments of doubt and despair. It reminds us that we are not alone in our pain, that God sees us, hears us, and walks with us every step of the way. Just as he provided for Hagar and Ishmael in the wilderness, he provides for us today. He may not always provide in the ways we expect, but he will always provide what we need, when we need it most. Hagar's story is a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the midst of our trials, God's love is constant, his grace is sufficient, and his plans for us are good. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, please leave a comment below and ask any questions you have about Hagar's story or any other biblical topics. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful videos. Hagar's story is a testament to the enduring power of faith and the boundless nature of God's love. Her journey, though marked by hardship and uncertainty, offers profound lessons for us all. May her story inspire you to trust in God's plan, to find strength in his presence, and to embrace the knowledge that you are never alone. Until next time, may you find peace and hope in the wisdom of the Scriptures.